Hello and welcome back to Fallout Lore, the videos where I basically tell about Fallout's lore, because, these games are old and people might not like them. Last time, there was some lag issues I had because I didn't patch the game properly. Now I installed the fan-made resolution patch, and apparently it works perfectly, which is kind of cool. I also increased the resolution a tiny little bit to be a bit more widescreenish, but it's not really widescreen. Anyway, last time we've saved Shady Sands, the future capital of NCR, from rat scorpions with the help of Ian here. Ian is a good man. Now we have to resume our travel towards Vault 15, but before we do that, I have to loot a bit around because there should be a rope someplace. That's not it. But I believe that no one minds, as long as you can open containers, you can take everything inside them. If you try to open a container and everyone gets very angry at you, it means that that container is off limits. There we go, here we have our rope. There is a very particular reason we need this rope. Vault 15 has been abandoned several years ago, and we have no idea on how it could be looking right now. So what I decided to do is simply be a clever man, and take the rope as a precaution. Alright, so me and Ian are now ready to go off and travel to Vault 15, which is here. We also located the locations. We've seen the locations of both Junktown and the hub, but for now Vault 15 is our target. There seems to be a frame rate issue. Oh. Overland map, and of course their wondrous random encounters. I like it, but sometimes they are quite pesky, so let's take care of these chums. My gun skill has been improved greatly ever since last time, so I don't suppose there's gonna be too much issue. Well, I don't like wasting bullets like this, especially at this early points of the game. There is nothing helping it. We still get 220 experience points, which is quite a bit towards our level, actually. We're 1000 away. Welcome to Vault 15, or rather, the entrance to Vault 15. It's literally a shack. There isn't really lots to talk about aside from this shack. So we're going to go down these ladders and see what's going on down there. And as for Vault 13, there is a cave system, of course. And here is our fair vault, but as you can see, the door has been completely detached from its original place. The gate, or whatever you call it, the ceiling gates. Now we have some rats here. If we click on the attack, we can see that there's actually lots of rats. And more. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to attack this rat. Let's see our chance to hit him. Only 57%. I'm gonna make a cut here because I'm sure you're not interested in seeing me and Ian combat 200 rats right now, are you? Alright, so we're taking care of those rats, but now there is something bigger here. This is a lesser mole rat. Luckily enough, it's not a big mole rat, it's just, a lesser mole rat. I'm going to try to use my guns here as best as possible. And luckily, Ian killed him. 65 experience points is not too shabby for a target that wasn't even that hard. I finally cleared up the floor of all of the rats, especially the mole rat there. And they hurt me quite a bit, but there is not a problem. We can still heal ourselves through sleeping, or simply by going into our skill decks here and using first aid on us. It might fail at first a couple of times, but in the long run it might help. Now, as I mentioned, Vault 15 is essentially where the people of Shady Sands came from, and they used the Garden of Eden creation kit, which each vault got. Aside from one, I believe, according to the data given, which got 2 of them, and another one that got none. But essentially, Vault 15 is the one vault that the people of Shady Sands came from. And it has been long abandoned, so obviously enough, the elevators are not quite present. So what we have to do is basically just use a rope from our inventory. And then we can travel. On the second floor we can encounter other kinds of enemies, which are these pig rats. Pig rats are also quite tricky and I don't want to get hit too much by them, so instead of just wasting my punches, I'm gonna waste my ammo. And it works great. In this room we found a locker. In this locker we're gonna find something very, very nice, especially for new players. Well, aside from a rope that is going to help us get to the third floor, we also find a leather jacket, which is always nice for extra protection. And apparently, the leather jacket and the looks of the leather jacket on the Vault Dweller are slightly reminiscent of Mad Max. We find some .223 full metal jackets and some good old hunting rifle. We're going to move now on to the next floor, which is actually the final floor, so that's good news. Same trick as before, just use a rope. And while at it, we'll also check the statistics of the hunting rifle. Is it actually better than my pistol? Well, we'll see. What ammo does it use? It uses the .223 full metal jacket, and it's fully charged. Its damage is of 8 to 20. However, it's worth noting that its minimum strength requirement is 5, while I, with pistol, require 3. Now, I don't know what kind of disadvantage this gives me, but I think it gives you some sort of disadvantage. As for the ammunition, we have plenty of those. We'll try it out anyway, because it still does a bit more damage, and when I say a bit, I mean a lot. Obviously enough, the final floor is swarmed with stronger foes, so we'll have to be very careful when facing them. Now, after finally completely cancelling any rat infestation problem that the vault had, we can finally safely level up, get ourselves a perk. We can get awareness, which gets us to see how much health enemies have. Earlier sequence, which makes us more likely to shoot first. Night vision, which makes us better in the darkness, or rather makes us a little bit less worse in the darkness. Presence, which gives us something, I don't know. The initial reaction of another person is improved by 10% for each level of this perk, so basically they just feel like I'm a nicer guy. Quick pockets, you have learned to better store your equipment on your person. With each level of this perk, the action points cost to access inventory in combat is reduced by 1. Smooth Talker helps us a bit with various things, like understanding what they are talking about. Each level of this perk will increase your intelligence by 1, for purpose of dialogue only though. And Swift Learner, you are indeed a Swift Learner with this perk, as each level will give you an additional 5% bonus whenever you earn experience points. Best purchased at an early level. So which one should we go with is the question. I would rather go with either Awareness or Swift Learner, because I believe those are the biggest advantages we can get. 5% experience points is always nice, but I feel like... screw it, let's go with Swift Learner. There we go. And our 18 skill points are going to be spent in small weapons or small guns. As well as, again, speech, because God knows we're gonna need it. Now, with the vault clear, everything is okay to go to the command center, but the problem is that, whoops, apparently the command center, or control center, is definitely buried under even more rock. you will have to look for the water chip elsewhere. We gain 500 experience points, and if Ian could shove off his ass from there, we also get a nice crowbar to be more like Gordon Freeman. I also looted several things in this place, amongst which I got dynamite or TNT, some grenades, as well as a submachine gun. We could give submachine gun to Ian if we had a particular desire to kill ourselves. So what's the story of Vault 15? Well, it's basically, I believe, the inhabitants of Vault 15 were one of the first to scheduled to leave it. So it is worth noting that Vault 15 didn't have any additional water chip in order to, you know, just make sure that our own vault is safe. However, there is a particular vault who received a whole damn lot of lots of packages of water chips. That vault isn't present in this game, however, it's present in the next game, and go figure if it's not gonna be worth visiting later on, but that's neither here nor there, that's in the next game. For now, we've done what we could here, and we're going to travel back to Shady Sands and see what's going on with that city. Speaking to Ardash here.
Thank goodness you came. I am in desperate need of assistance. My daughter Tandy is missing. I do not know what to do.
What have you tried to save her?
My people are not skilled in this. Already 3 patrols have gone out to look, but none returned. Will you help me?
Okay, who could have taken her?
Seth and I believe one of the raider clans is responsible. Retribution for our resistance to them. Take this spear. It was found where my daughter was last seen.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Please, talk to Seth. He knows much about these raiders. And Godspeed, Wanderer.
Fair enough. Let's talk to Seth now, who is, of course, the gatekeeper of Shady Sands. See what happened to Tandy, and what is the clues that lead to the raider. Thank Dharma you're here, Wanderer. My girl, Tandy, Ardash's daughter, has been kidnapped. We believe the raiders have her. Where are these raiders? They're to the southeast. Please hurry. I do not know what they'll do to her. How much is this job worth to you? Nah, let's be a nice guy here. Okay, I'll get her back for you. Alright, so let's just quickly go to that southern place, and then we're gonna pause it, just to let you know who we're dealing with. This is the raiders area, so we're gonna go there. Here we are. This is the camp of the Great Khans. If you ever played Fallout New Vegas before, you know a great deal about these guys. The Great Khans are in fact original from Fallout 1, and this is their original base of operations, if you want. I'm not sure if this is the main headquarters, but certainly it's one of them. Anyway, before anything else, I'm gonna pause this and join me next time with a bit of lore about the Great Khans, what they are really about, where they come from, especially that, and of course, for saving Tandy, the future president, first president of the NCR. Until then, be well. Bye! Jesus Christ, this thing. Seriously, Ian, can you just move out? Please? Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Story of my life.
This was the Lauron Gaming Show. Thanks for watching.